Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. With this powerful assertion of René Descartes, we announce the PhiloScientist series. This statement placed the human subject at the center of existence, standing out as an independent mind, observing and thinking about the world from a distance. But what if that self, that I, was never really alone? Haven't always been deeply rooted, not just metaphorically, but materially in the very soil beneath our feet? The astronomer Carl Sagan famously said, "We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." He meant that we are the echoes, the biological legacy of the Big Bang. The stars explode to forge and release the raw elements, the carbon, the nitrogen, the oxygen, the cosmic dust of existence. But it is the earth, the soil, the Adamah, that becomes the laboratory where that cosmic dust is transformed into biological life, into a subject that can feel, respond, and eventually think. In Genesis 1, the Bible declares, God said, "Let the land, the Adamah, produce living creatures according to their kinds." And it was so. But before the advent of microbiology, in the time of René Descartes, these living creatures were understood as only those we could see: the plants, the cattle, the insects, and the creeping things of the ground. What if the most vital living creatures are the ones we ignored for millennia? The soil microorganisms. They move, they sense, they migrate. They are the microscopic remnants, the unseen creeping life that makes the soil a living world. Modern science reveals that soil microorganisms encode sophisticated signaling devices. They perceive, they integrate, they decide. They even remember and learn to anticipate environmental changes. The Adamah is thus a collective cognitive system, a biological network that processes information, adapts, and remembers as contemporary artificial intelligence systems do. Therefore, we could say, Adamah Cogito, the soil thinks, not as a single human-like mind, but as a distributed intelligence, a chorus of agents producing a logic greater than the sum of its parts. The Bible says that God formed Adam from the Adamah, the soil, the earth, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. This is like the life ignition. Logically, the breath did not replace the soil intelligence that Adam inherited. It activated it within Adam. It closes, as plants do, through transpiration, the circuit between the earth and the sky. We are not separate from agricultural fields. Like the plants, we are a biological circuit. We are connected to the soil through our food, the bridge for the Adamah's cognitive agents to flow into our bodies. And we are connected to the atmosphere through our respiration and our senses, the constant exchange that fuels our consciousness. We are, as Maurice Merleau-Ponty suggested, the flesh of the world. We are, as Len Margulis proposed, holobionts, a course of human and microbial life intertwined in a single metabolic loop. So when we say, I think, we must acknowledge that this I, the self, is a collective agency that includes the Adamah. Therefore, we may extend the solitary claim of René Descartes, Cogito ergo sum, to something more grounded. Adamah Cogito, Cogito ergo sum. The soil thinks, I think, therefore I am. This means that to destroy the diversity of the soil is to commit a slow suicide of the human soul. If the Adamah falls silent, so eventually will we. Therefore, when we protect the diversity of the soil, we are protecting the diversity of the human mind. And so, echoing Carl Sagan, we might say we are not only made of star stuff, we are made of soil stuff, a way for the soil to know itself. It is our sacred and scientific duty to develop a deeper knowledge of the soil's agency. Doesn't this perspective on soil's agency demand a new philosophy of agriculture? What we could call philosophics, which would be a philosophy enabling technology, where soil, farms, microbes, and technologies talk back to philosophy. Philosophics is not a tool of control, but a medium of relationship designed to amplify human intuition, not replace it with an algorithm. It enables a deeper, more ethical cooperation with the Adamah. Cogito.